Hey, what you say, food family? Mike here, and welcome back to the channel for another great culinary adventure. Today's video, we're headed to China to make one of the more simple stir fries that we can make better at home than buying Chinese takeout. I'm talking about black pepper beef. We'll do a quick marinade on some beef, saute that up with some veggies and a simple stir fry sauce. Absolutely amazing. So whether you're looking for a new recipe or want to save a few bucks on takeout, stick around and I'll show you how it's done. Let's get cooking. Alright folks, we'll get started with today's Chinese black pepper beef stir fry by marinating our beef. Now, this is one of those great weekday recipes that you can come home and make real quick. We're going to do this marinade on this beef for 30 minutes. It's a procedure called velveting. So in order to do that, we're going to do a quick marinade using some avocado oil, some soy sauce, some rice wine, cornstarch as a thickening agent, some baking soda, and some white pepper. Now that baking soda is what causes the chemical reaction on the outside of the beef, so it's super soft, tender, and juicy, but the outside gets a nice crispy crust on it. Perfect for stir fries. That's how those Chinese buffets and restaurants get away with that, velveting. It's all over the internet. You can look it up. It's some sort of science. I don't understand it. Google it. You know, that's what it's there for. So we're going to start off with our beef. Now, ribeye, sirloin, flank steak, whatever you want to use, go out, buy it, throw it in the freezer for 45 minutes, then slice it yourself, or be extra lazy, buy some thin sliced beef, and then just break it down into small bite-sized pieces like yay, and be lazy. I'm not going to judge. I was totally lazy, bought some thin sliced beef and just broke it down into smaller pieces, but hey, you do you. So let's start off with our marinade here so we can do this velveting procedure. A little avocado oil. I'm going to go ahead and just do this in the bottom of this pot first, or this bowl, so we can mix it easier. Some soy sauce. Some rice wine, Chinese Shaoqing wine, mirin, whatever you got. Really, mirin's a little sweet, but hey, it works here. Mix these up real quick. And go in with that white pepper. And you could use black pepper by all means. I'm not going to judge you on that one either. Just white pepper's got a little more pepper flavor to it, I think. All right, cornstarch, start thickening that up a little bit. And our baking soda. Science in the kitchen, folks. Get your kids involved. Keep them out of school. Tell the teachers you did a science lesson. No, don't really, but hey. All right, so we got this mixed up. As you can see, pretty simple liquid here. You don't need a ton of this. We're only doing a couple pounds of beef here. It is a slight meal prep for me for the week, but you can make this, scale it up as big or as small as you like. With this made, I'm going to go ahead and just toss my beef in. And get some of this out of the way so you can see what's going on here. And I'm just going to take the meat, take my hands, get in there, get messy, folks. And this is where you want to make sure you get this liquid on all sides of the meat. So if you got the thin sliced beef, go take the time, pull them all apart because they will stick together and you're not going to get this velveting procedure, the texture that you want in the final product. So get in there with your hands, mix it around, spend a few minutes. I'm not going to make you watch me do this, so I'll do this off camera. But either way, so I'll finish mixing this up. We'll throw it in the fridge, 20-30 minutes. At this time, we can prep our veggies, do everything else. When we come back, I'll make the stir fry sauce for our black pepper beef today, and then we'll let this finish marinating, so stay tuned. All right, folks, we got that beef in the fridge, marinating away, doing that velveting procedure for us. So we can go ahead and turn our attention to prepping the rest of our ingredients and everything for the stir fry. This is gonna go quick when we start cooking it, so you wanna have everything ready ahead of time. So now we'll go ahead and make our stir fry sauce. For today, for our stir fry sauce, we're gonna use some oyster sauce, some soy sauce, rice wine, Shaoqing Chinese cooking wine, more cornstarch again to thicken things up, some chicken bouillon. Now, this adds a ton of flavor and a little bit of salt and flavor in there as well, and some sugar just to sweeten things up. Now, normally you're gonna mix this with a little bit of water just to make a base. I happen to have just a little bit of leftover chicken stock today. Adds a little bit more flavor. Hey, if you don't have it, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Beef stock, whatever you got. I just had a splash left over from different recipes, so I'm gonna use that today. Water is just fine. All we gotta do, mix this stuff together. I'm at the end of my oyster sauce here, so this is probably gonna take a second to pour out. But conveniently, I think I have exactly the 2 tablespoons I need. If not, we'll make it work, right? All right, we'll get that in there. Call that good enough. A little soy sauce. Our rice wine. And yes, this does get cooked off, folks. You don't have to worry about it if you're going to feed your kids. We'll go with our chicken bouillon. And this is the point where we probably should start mixing these together. All right, our sugar. Just a teaspoon or so of sugar, sweeten things up. We got the salt from the soy sauce and from that chicken bouillon. So you don't want to go too salty with this. Plus the marinade's got the soy sauce and everything in it. So you want to go extra salty. The liquid salt, don't forget that. If you can, use low sodium soy sauce. That's what I try to use because the stuff ends up getting reduced down in the pan when you're cooking it, which increases that salt flavor. So if you know my wife, she'll say, it's too salty. Well, I'm trying to use low sodium soy sauce to prevent that. All right, we'll go in with our cornstarch. All right, and just like that, we got our stir-fry sauce ready to go, nice and thick and flavorful. That's going to really coat that meat and make these veggies taste amazing in our stir-fry. So we're going to set this to the side for a few minutes, let their beef finish marinating in the fridge. Like I said, about 30 minutes total today. In the meantime, off camera, I'm going to go ahead and prep my veggies, red, green bell pepper, onion. I'll be sure to link the recipe for this Chinese black pepper beef stir fry in the description box below. You can check that out so you can have everything ready to go. So we'll get this finished up, get everything ready. When we come back, we'll pull out the wok, start stir frying this up. Stay tuned. All right, folks, welcome back. We got everything ready to go. The stir fry goes quick. So we got our beef that's marinated in the fridge for about half an hour. It's ready to go. We got our stir fry sauce. Looking good. We got our veggies chopped up. A couple bell peppers, a green and a red. We got some onion here. We got our aromatics, the garlic and the ginger. Everything's ready because this goes quick. That being said, I'm going to explain this process because I can't talk through it while we're doing it. There's going to be too much noise going. We're going to fire this thing up super hot. We want that wok hay flavor, that char and the sear and the flavor you get from the Chinese cooking style, that wok cooking. So let's just talk about it. We're going to start off, heat up our oil in our pot. Now I'm going to be using this avocado oil. It's high temp. That makes this happen. It makes it easy possible. Heat the oil up, throw our beef in. We're going to go 2-3 minutes max, both sides. Just sear it off. Quick crust on the outside. Pull the beef right back out instantly. Just throw it back in a pot. It's going to get cooked some more. Don't worry about it being contaminated, dirty. It's fine. Throw a little more oil in. Then we'll go in with our bell peppers, both the green and the red. 1 to 2 minutes. Season them with some salt and pepper. Let those go. Once they just start to soften up, we'll toss in our onion. Again, same thing, another minute or so. Then we'll go with our aromatics, the garlic and the ginger. They should take about 1 minute. Once you start smelling that delicious, fragrant Chinese stir-fry smell, we'll take our half sauteed beef, throw it back in with our stir-fry sauce, mix all that together, let that sauce start to thicken up to a nice thick coating on there, and then we'll come right back and finish off our last seasoning step. So ain't nothing to it but just to do it. Let's get stir-frying. Alright folks, just like that, less than 10 minutes, our stir fry has come together, but you may be asking yourself, what else is there left to do? Well, it's just Chinese black pepper beef, so we got to add some black pepper. We got a tablespoon or so here. We'll go in as much or as little as you like. We'll finish off with a drizzle of sesame oil. And the heat is off at this point, by the way. Give this one final stir here. And we are finished. That's simple, folks. We got a delicious, better than takeout, Chinese black pepper beef stir fry, ready to go and feed the family. I'm gonna let this cool off a few minutes. We'll get some rice ready. We'll plate this up, come back, give a taste test, and see how we did. All right, folks, she's looking and smelling absolutely amazing, but that's only half the battle. Let's dig in and see how it turned out. All right, so we finished off with that drizzle of sesame oil and the black pepper, pulled it all together. I'll start off with a bell pepper here. Nice and soft, cooked through, but there's still crisp bite crunch to it. The outside's got a nice sear to the outside with that wok high, that super high heat we used, the wok high flavoring in there. It's not too salty, it's not too sweet. Let's go in for some of this beef. Obviously that sauce with the cornstarch just sticking to it, nice and thick. Oh, folks, we nailed it today. That velveting procedure, crust on the outside, tender, juicy meat. Let's go in for one final bite. Let's get a piece of onion here, some of the beef, and some bell pepper. I have to do 2 bites here. Folks, there is no need to go spend money on Chinese takeout when you can make this at home. It is really that simple. That meat is tender, juicy, delicious. Super high heat. We seared it off, sealed in all that flavor. Now we finished off with that black pepper. That brings a little heat to the table. You know, black pepper got a little spice to it. It's not spicy by any means. This is still kid friendly, but they may complain, it's too peppery. But hey, whatever, screw them. This is for you maybe and your friends. It's absolutely amazing. There's no need to spend money on Chinese takeout when you can make this at home. This simple and easy. We spent 30 minutes marinating it. During that time, we got everything prepped up. 10-minute cook, folks. This is a 45-minute dinner on the table. I just did some quick rice in the microwave today. Obviously, you could have rice made up ahead of time or while you're cooking this. Rice usually takes about half an hour in the rice cooker. It'll all come together same time. Absolutely amazing dinner. The vegetables, crispy, crunchy, delicious, but still tender. We cooked them long enough. Sauteed those for that 3 or 4 minutes total. The onion in there is perfect. Now, I did finish mine off with some green onion as well, just for garnish, but adds a little more flavor as well. It's a little bright, citrusy green onion finish to the plate. But I tell you what, folks, this is where it's at. Be sure to check the link in the description below. That'll see my website, www.grubongrub.com, where you can find this Chinese black pepper beef recipe and a ton of other stuff just like this. Be sure to search on there. You can find anything from Chinese cuisine, Korean, Japanese, American, barbecue, you name it. I got it all on there. Be sure to check it out. While you're at it, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that like button, folks. That tells me in YouTube you want to see this type of content on the front page. When you log on to YouTube, say, hey, that's the kind of video I want to watch. This is delicious food. That guy knows what he's talking about. Well, at least I pretend to know what I'm talking about. I messed around with these recipes for a long time, folks. I'm not going to teach you something that I wouldn't eat myself. Like I said, this is my meal prep for the week. I'm going to be enjoying this at work this week. But other than that, if you like today's video, be sure to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I put out a video. I try to do one every Thursday. Put out something great content. You don't want to miss it though, because one week it might be Chinese, next week it might be American barbecue. So be sure to hit that notification bell. Leave a comment below. Is this the type of cuisine you enjoy eating? Do you think this is going to do better than a Chinese takeout you could order yourself, or can you cook it at home? You know what I'm saying? I'm losing my train of thought here, but you know what I'm trying to say here, folks. This food is really not that hard. The recipe's there for you. It's a quick and simple marinade, a nice stir-fry sauce that you could do in a lot of other recipes. That not just this Chinese black pepper beef, but I tell you what, folks, I really highly suggest this one. It's been a pleasure cooking for you once again. Mike here, sign off till next time. Just keep cooking.